And, you know the saying, go woke, get broke. And Disney's going to lose money on this movie. And I believe it only made less than $1 million.
Oh, my God.
It's got extra musical numbers that are incredibly unnecessary that really add to that runtime. And let me go ahead and let you know that they're absolutely f***ing atrocious.
Welcome back to Celebrity. It's Olivia here. You could have your pick of any seat in the house, and no one's even picking. London's prestigious Palladium, normally packed for stars like Adele, Andrew Lloyd Webber, or even John Lithgow, now echoes with something else: silence. Because Rachel Zegler's West End debut isn't just underperforming, it's flatlining. 2,200 seats, a sea of green on every ticket site, and one brutal headline sweeping the theater world: Hollywood star with zero draw. This isn't just a flop, it's a career-altering wake-up call. So how did one of Hollywood's most fast-tracked actresses go from Spielberg's It Girl to a stage struggling to fill row B? Let's unpack it, because this isn't just about one show. It's about how fast the industry can turn when the audience stops clapping.
They say all you have to do to make your wish come true is let it echo, 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 echo.
At one point, Rachel Zegler looked untouchable, plucked by Spielberg, hailed as Hollywood's next great soprano, catapulted from obscurity into the awards circuit with West Side Story. But now, her name is turning into a liability. Her latest project, a West End revival of Evita, should have been a triumph, a chance to showcase her talent, redeem her brand, and finally own the stage in a live setting. Instead, it's a box office ghost town. Ticket sales are crawling. Theater trackers show wide swaths of empty seats for multiple dates. And in London's fiercely competitive scene, that's more than bad optics. It's a warning shot, because Evita isn't just a show. It's a machine. Costumes, orchestra, crew, rentals. And when a lead can't pull an audience, someone's eating that loss. And that's when producers get nervous. When casting agents start whispering. When executives start second-guessing the It Girl label. Behind the scenes, it's already happening. Industry insiders say it's no longer about talent. It's about the baggage. About the headlines that follow her into every project. The defensive interviews. The controversial Snow White press tour. The constant online friction that seems to erupt every time she speaks. And now, the silence is loud. No public support from Spielberg, no shout-outs from castmates, no proud of you tweets from former co-stars. Even Evita's marketing team, keeping her in the background of posters and press. This isn't just bad press. This is a quiet exodus, and Rachel's facing it in real time. The spotlight isn't gone, but it's flickering. And unless something changes, the curtain may fall faster than anyone expected.
For remaking the movie, they just got rid of the dwarfs. But they have one token dwarf amongst these magical creatures. You actually just went backwards. You actually just erased the dwarfism side of it. The disability, like we're a disability group, you just erased that whole...
This wasn't just a bad debut. This was a career reckoning, playing out one empty seat at a time. Because Rachel Zegler didn't just lose steam, she lost goodwill. And in Hollywood, that's the currency that matters more than raw talent. It started online, subtle at first, a few snide comments, some light skepticism. But then, her tone shifted. If you have any opinions, I don't want to hear them. She posted that, publicly. And the audience didn't laugh. They rolled their eyes and clicked unfollow. What once looked like boundary setting started coming off as tone deaf, especially from someone whose career depends on audience affection. Her critics weren't just trolls. They were former fans, people who championed her rise. And now, they're the ones in the comments saying, actions have consequences. You don't bite the hand that buys the ticket. The Snow White fiasco only poured gasoline on the fire. Rachel didn't just modernize the story. She mocked the original, called the prince a stalker, laughed at the 1937 film's values across multiple interviews. This wasn't a PR misstep. It was a pattern. And the price? A theater revival with no revival energy. A historic London stage with rows of green dots instead of applause. No buzz, no standing ovations. Just cold reviews and a chill in the box office. Zegler had a shot, a live platform to rewrite the narrative. But instead of redemption, she's facing rejection in real time. Because in this industry, talent matters. But self-awareness is what keeps the phone ringing.
So she comes off as an insufferable, whiny brat.
The left, the progressives, always finding a way to find their way back to doing something not progressive.
Have they ever thought about maybe like a little bit of like, I don't know, vulnerability study, opposition research, that sort of thing, before you go and hire some Zoomer who's a lunatic?
Hardcore.
Type Rachel Zegler Evita into Twitter, and the reactions? They speak louder than the standing ovation she didn't get. Booked a front row seat for £40, last minute, no one else around. Evita's supposed to slay. This felt off. We were 10 minutes late, still got Orchestra Center. Let that sink in. Meanwhile, London theater sites show it in brutal color. Rows of green. Seat maps that look more like hospital EKGs. Flatlines everywhere. Critics have started dancing around the truth with phrases like, an ambitious performance, if uneven. Zegler's voice, pure. But is it enough? Translation? They're trying to be NICE, but the numbers don't lie. Multiple shows under 50% capacity in one of London's most historic venues. And worse, discount codes. In West End theater, that's the silent scream of desperation. And on TikTok, the memes are merciless. Clips from her Snow White press tour edited over the empty theater. One even dubbed her infamous line, "It's 2022, not 1937," over a shot of vacant balcony seats, followed by a caption, "Audience said the same thing and stayed home. Brutal." And industry insiders? They're whispering the words no rising star wants to hear. Maybe she needs to take a step back. Let someone else carry the next one. Because right now, Rachel isn't selling tickets. She's selling drama, and nobody wants to pay for that. What comes next? Could rewrite the script of her career, or prove the critics were right all along.
Doing catastrophically. They spent $300 million and it currently has a 2.2 out of 10 rating on IMDb.
The movie has a major identity crisis.
The irony? Rachel Zegler was cast as Evita, a woman who rose from obscurity to stardom by capturing the hearts of the people. But now, she's standing on that same stage, and the people aren't showing up. It's not just a flop, it's a mirror. Because for all the talent, all the promise, all the potential, Rachel forgot the one thing Eva Peron never did. The audience is everything. And in trying to rewrite Snow White, dunk on classics, and silence criticism, Zegler didn't modernize the story. She alienated the fans. She got the role, got the headlines, got the stage, but forgot to bring the crowd with her. And now, she's performing a revolutionary, alone on a stage that's half full and fully uncomfortable. In Evita, there's a line, "You let down your people, Evita. You were supposed to have been immortal." But Rachel might have let down her audience before she even earned them.
Who wants a movie about true love? What kind of woman do we want out there seeking true love, Eliana? It's the outrage.
Pretending like Rachel Zegler is the first of them all when she looks like Lord Farquaad in the film.
The irony? Rachel Zegler was cast as Evita, a woman who rose from obscurity to stardom by capturing the hearts of the people. But now, she's standing on that same stage, and the people aren't showing up. It's not just a flop, it's a mirror. Because for all the talent, all the promise, all the potential, Rachel forgot the one thing Eva Peron never did. The audience is everything. And in trying to rewrite Snow White, dunk on classics, and silence criticism, Zegler didn't modernize the story. She alienated the fans. She got the role, got the headlines, got the stage, but forgot to bring the crowd with her. And now, she's performing a revolutionary, alone on a stage that's half full and fully uncomfortable. In Evita, there's a line, "You let down your people, Evita. You were supposed to have been immortal." But Rachel might have let down her audience before she even earned them. So now the spotlight dims, and we're left staring at the stage wondering, is this a flop or is it a foreshadowing? Because Rachel Zegler isn't the first rising star to hit turbulence. But in today's viral, cancel-happy PR minefield culture, the fall happens faster, and the comeback, almost impossible without the public's permission slip. The real question isn't whether Evita failed. It's whether Rachel Zegler understands why. Was it the interviews, the arrogance, the timing, or are we witnessing something deeper? A generational shift where audiences don't just want talent, they want trust? Because fame today, it's fragile. It doesn't sit in studio contracts or casting calls. It lives in the court of public opinion, and that court just handed down a brutal verdict. But here's the twist. Hollywood loves a redemption arc. They'll mock you, cancel you, even erase you, until you own the fall, rebuild, and come back with fire. So now the floor is Rachel's. Does she clap back with another snarky quote? Or does she listen, pause, reboot? Because the curtain hasn't closed. Not yet. But the next move could be her last standing ovation, or the final blackout.